Previously on this scuffed campaign of AI influence, a man named Calradios of the Augustus has been performing miracles throughout the Southern Empire and is quickly gaining global renown amongst nobles and peasants alike. Calradios has defeated an army twice his size and now holds Unkid in chains. He has a message for the world.
Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make.
Alright boys, life has been good lately. Sultan Unkid is being a good boy and sending letters from his jail cell for peace. We actually need that to happen because we have a new enemy to fight today. Let's go set the poor bastard free so this war can finally end.
Obviously, if you want to read any of these diplomatic statements, feel free to pause. Regaya has him so bad by the balls that she's demanding towns for peace. The game also reacted to the creation of Calrak, which is dope. Before I forget, I need to build villages for Calrak before the city starves itself. I have 2 fitting names in mind.
The rich mixing of cultures has done the Alsace well. Visitors delight in the region's distinctive cuisine and superb wines. Centuries of successful wine production have built prosperous and colorful villages.
Now we're in business. Let's go find that stink bastard in the dungeon.
I'd wish you peace and prosperity,
Shut it. I say, Unkid, I hope you're enjoying Calrak. The Empress offers you peace at a price. I would keep you here longer, but your stench is making people sick. Pack your shit, get out. I would accept Regaya's peace if I were you.
8 days. I have counted every one. Nukar, Akar, all of you. We leave. Now.
No, just you, but sure.
I will not thank you for returning what you stole. And I will negotiate peace with Ragaea as one sovereign to another, not on the advice of her hired sword. But I will remember that you opened this door when you did not have to. The ledger notes it. May your church bring you whatever comfort sane men find in prayer.
I say, soon I will be a sovereign myself. I'll need good men to help me fight the demonic horde that approaches. We will meet again, sir. Safe travels.
Sovereignty is not claimed. It is purchased, day by day, in blood and coin and sleepless nights. If you truly build a kingdom, you will learn this. As for your demons, when they come, you will find that good men fight for bread, for land, for their children's futures, not for prophecy. Remember that. The sand remembers, mercenary, and so does the Sultan.
I need to keep this dude in the mix. Everything he says sounds straight out of Game of Thrones or something. Alright, back in the water he goes.
Now that Unkid was cut loose, and the idea of demons were vaguely planted, it's time to go accuse the steppe of being demon-possessed. I am quite literally pulling this out of thin air at the moment, but you'll see how we're going to bring this to life. As I was heading deep into Khuzait lands looking for an occupied keep, my goal of getting peace with the Adversary was achieved. Regaea got to keep everything she took, and the Adversary are battered and humiliated at the moment, mostly blaming me for their predicament.
Halt, stranger. You ride heavy through Arkit lands on a dark night. Nearly 300 cataphracts if my scouts count true. Imperial steel, southern banners. Yet no war between our peoples.
Not yet, mate.
So I ask plainly, what business brings such a host to the shadow of Ortongard? I am Kada, son of Tulag. These are my clan's lands you tread upon, and I would know your purpose before the snow buries your tracks.
I reply, so you're the man whom allows demons to inhabit your lands. I am Calradios. I have heard disturbing reports of demons on horseback stalking these lands in the night. I am here to drive them away. Now, this is technically not a lie, as Calradios is clearly a paranoid schizophrenic, and the voices in his head told him of this.
Demons. The only horsemen who ride these lands at night are mine, Calradios. Arkit riders, flesh, blood, and steel. If your scouts mistook Khuzait patrols for demons, perhaps they need better eyes. I have heard your name. The man who broke Sultan Unkid on the field and put him in chains. That is no small thing. But you come to my clan's doorstep with 300 cataphracts and speak of driving away demons that do not exist. By the eternal sky, speak plainly. What do you truly want here? A man who crushes sultans does not chase ghost stories through the snow.
I say, I chase nothing. I am here to conquer demons, not give them flight. You have heard of me, but not what I am. I will stay here tonight and see the truth in these reports. A horrifying shriek is heard in the background. That might have been one now.
Wolves, or a steppe cat with a kill.
That was no wolf.
The snow plays tricks with sound, Calradios. I have ridden these plains since before I could walk. Not what I am. You speak in riddles like a Battanian shaman. Fine, stay the night. I will not deny shelter to a man who fights sultans, whatever madness drives him. But you camp where I say, and your cataphracts keep their lances sheathed on Arkit soil. That shriek, I'll ride with you to find it. Whatever bleeds I can track. And if your demon has hooves, I will know its prints before dawn. Come.
This guy's voice is creepy. I have zero intention of hanging out with you tonight.
While this weirdo stares at me, it's time to make these demons become a reality. Using the custom troop mod, we can make a Khuzait troop with insane stats and literally name it Khuzait Demon. They won't be able to deny it then. Alright, in this town, we are going to make the Khuzait Demon recruitable.
Obviously, this mod allows you to create your own troops and give them custom stats. We are going to make these guys the ultimate Khan's Guard, with maxed horsemanship and archery. Their only weakness will be the blackened armour.
I'm hoping because they will only be available in this town, there won't be a million of them, but the idea of just this town being the source of some demonic evil is also very funny.
Alright, here is an otherworldly troop aptly named Khuzait Demon. Let's make sure they are recruitable here, then confront the owners of this town.
Perfect, here they are. Let's condemn these bastards.
Two ladies. Sounds fitting for a demon-infested keep, am I right, fellas?
I say, ladies, I am Calradios. I heard reports of demons lurking around these areas. Now I find that demons are being recruited in this very city. Care to explain?
Demons? You walk into the Hall of Arkit in our own city, Calradios, and speak of demons? The steppe has wolves, bandits, and hard riders. No demons. If you mean to accuse us of something, say it plainly. We Khuzaits do not hide behind riddles. Aunt, have you seen any demons lately?
Demons, you say? No, Calradios. I have not seen any demons. Not today, not yesterday, not in all my years governing Ortengard. What you see here are shepherds, wool weavers, and honest riders of the steppe. If something troubles you near our lands, speak plainly. The Calradian rebels have been prowling close. Perhaps your demons ride horses and carry sabers, eh?
How dare they still deny it? I respond, they literally do. I am looking for men for my war party. I went to your armory and I saw 3 men wearing all black with 1,000 horse skill, 200 bow skill, 1,000 athletics. They are called Khuzait Demons.
1,000 in horsemanship? 200 in the bow? Then you should be thanking us, not accusing us. If the Arkit breed warrior's that skilled, we are doing something very right. We do not call them demons, Calradios. We call them Khuzaits. If a man rides like the wind and shoots like thunder, that is not sorcery. That is the steppe.
Sickening.
You say you want men for your war party? Then speak like a man seeking allies, not one crying about spirits in the dark.
The lack of faith in this country is truly disturbing.
Calradios, if our riders are so fearsome that foreigners call them demons, I will take that as the highest compliment to Ortengard's training grounds. You want men for your war party, that I understand. Lead with that next time, instead of storming into a hall shouting about demons. Now, who are you fighting? And why should Arkit warriors bleed for a Southern Empire mercenary?
This is strange. The AI can comprehend custom troop trees. I really think they are trying to hide this new troop for themselves. I respond, so it is just as I feared. You are proud to have demons among your ranks. I will return. This city needs the holy hand of God.
You threaten Ortengard, city? Go then, Calradios. Run back to your Empress and her crumbling temples. But hear me. If you return with anything but an open hand, the steppe will swallow you whole. We do not need your god here. The eternal sky watches over the Archet, and it has teeth enough for any fool who rides against us.
She says this now. Soon I will have literal angels in my ranks.
Then go, Calradios. But hear me clearly. Ortengard has stood on these steps longer than your Empress has sat her throne. We answer to the eternal sky, not to whatever god you carry in your pocket. If you return with open hands and honest words, you will find hospitality. If you return with fire and judgment, you will find 288 reasons to regret it. Safe travels.
Clearly, these people need to be taught a lesson. The only problem at the moment is that I am a mercenary for the Southern Empire. I could just leave the kingdom the traditional way, but because I have holdings, Regea would declare war upon me. Time to tell her what we saw. I say, Empress, I received your letter. I am glad we are at peace. Your daughter is a most welcoming neighbour. If you're wondering what letter I am referring to, Regea sent me this while I was making the Khuzait demons. I will say, in my own campaigns, I use this feature all the time. Pause if you'd like to read.
Calradios, you appear in my hall at the second hour of night, like a ghost summoned by candlelight. I am glad the letter found you. I wrote it in a moment of honesty I rarely permit myself. Ira, yes. She governs Onira with more composure than I had at twice her age. She wrote to me about you, actually. Said you were courteous and that your men behaved themselves in her territory. For a mother, that matters more than any battlefield victory. Peace, yes. Though it tastes strange after so many months of blood. Did you hear about Ingelthur? The Vlandian lord. Ragnvad cut him down. I knew him. Not well, but forgive me. It is late and grief makes me poor company. What brings you to Lycaron, Calradios?
All right, Regea knows us well. If anyone will believe me, it will be her. I say, I know all in Calradia. His daughter Asela wants vengeance. His poor wife just wants a moment of reprieve. They will both find the peace they are after. As for why I am here, sadly, the news gets more solemn. Very troubling reports from the steppe. The Khan has been experimenting, and his curiosity in dark arts has produced fruit.
That is kind of you. If his family finds peace, so much the better. This war devours enough, without consuming the grieving too. Dark arts, Calradios? You know I respect what you have accomplished. But there are no dark arts in this world. There are swords, grain, loyalty, and the 1,000 mundane cruelties men inflict upon one another. Nothing more. And I should tell you something you apparently do not know. For a man who claims to know all in Calradia, Khan Manchug sits in chains at Lacana Castle. Lucan's men captured him not 12 days ago. Whatever experiments you imagine him conducting, he is conducting them from a dungeon floor. I have tolerated your talk of visions and rebirths because your sword arm proved sharper than your mysticism. But do not come to me with ghost stories. Tell me what you actually heard, plainly, and I will judge its worth.
Wow, after everything I have done for you, you treat me just as the Khuzait did. Let's see how your empire does without Calradios bailing you out every 2 minutes.
I say, apologies, my lady. I thought you had seen enough of my work. Ask Justinia how her daughter fares. I will be off to face this crisis alone. I'm afraid I can no longer follow you.
Calradios, wait. Justinia. Kalinia. Yes, I read the reports from Vostrom. A 3-year-old child aged 14 years in a single night. Exactly as you said she would. I read it, and I chose not to think about what it meant. Because, if it is real, then everything I have built my understanding of this world upon. I was cruel to you just now. You came to me at night in winter to warn of danger, and I answered with condescension. That was not wisdom. That was fear wearing the mask of reason. I will not pretend to understand what you are, but I know what you have done, and I was wrong to demand you prove yourself again when you have already done it a dozen times over. Do not leave, not like this. Tell me what threatens the steppe, and I will listen.
Now she's begging for me to stay. That's more like it.
I say if you had the knowledge I do, you would understand my frustration. The Khan has a new troop. It's called a Khuzait demon, and its name fits. They are not of this world. 1,000 horse skill, 1,000 athletics. Men of this world won't be able to defeat them.
1,000 in horsemanship alone. I gave you my word I would listen. So I am listening. I hear that even with Monchug in Lukun's dungeons, whatever he unleashed still rides the steppe. A chain does not leash what has been set free. You said men of this world cannot defeat them, but you also told me on a dusty road that you are not merely a man of this world. You said you would face this crisis alone. I will not allow that. Tell me what you need. Gold, horses, supplies from Licaron's stores, they are yours. And if there comes a day when swords alone will not suffice, then perhaps an Empress who finally learned to listen is worth something too. What is your plan, Calradios?
That's right, backpedal it up. I say, no matter what, I will face this alone. In Calrak, I am doing the opposite of the Khan. I am making troops out of light, not darkness. They will be called Imperial Templars. I will only need 300 of them. We will do whatever we must. There is no plan, only God's will.
No plan, only God's will. Do you know what you sound like? You sound like my husband. The night before his last battle, he told me, "The gods know what they are doing, Regia. Trust them." I buried him 17 days later. I will not beg you to stay. I have never begged anyone for anything, and I will not begin tonight. But hear me, not as your Empress, not as a strategist, but as a woman standing in a cold hall who has lost enough. 300 Templars, light against darkness. God's will against the Khan's demons. It is either the bravest thing I have ever heard, or the last beautiful folly of a man who deserved better than a world that needed saving. Build your Templars in Calrak. Fight your war. But Calradios, come back. That is all I ask. Come back.
All right, before my comment section turns into the Siege of Tyre, this fake religion does not endorse any real religion. Templars are just a cool-sounding name for the troops, and they were known to win outnumbered. Let's go make them, then fight the demonic Horde. These are the angel troops I mentioned earlier. I am more or less making them like their real-life counterpart, primarily working as heavy cavalry, or at least that was what I wanted to do. I will leave a little bit of foreshadowing for you. All right, they're made. We just have to add 300 to our party. I need to leave Regaea's kingdom and we're good to start the crusade.
I have my 300 Templars. I am ready to go to the steppe. I am still your merc. Would you allow me to leave for now, so I don't kill your men in the process? I relinquish Tamnu Castle to you. If you can find it in your heart to let me keep Calrak, God would forever favour you.
Here is the game's official reason for why I left. Really freaking cool.
I forgot to record a bit, but all you missed was me heading into the steppe. And this guy is at the head of an army of 900 men. He noticed my custom troops and had nothing but shit to talk.
You count my men and yours like a butcher weighing sheep. 300 against 900, and you speak of it like a game. Listen well, Calradios. You rode into Ortengard and spat accusations at our people. Now you stand in my camp, on Khuzait land, telling me you want to test your boys against the riders of the steppe. The war for Calradia's soul. You Imperials always dress your hunger in noble words. Tengri sees through such things. I will not strike a man who has not drawn steel. That is not our way. But if you raise your sword against me and mine, your 300 will water this grass with their blood, and your soul of Calradia will answer to the sky. Now, are you declaring war, or are you leaving?
I declare a crusade, not war. Calradios grabs his steel. Men, form up on me. The only thing I am worried about is that I can't see the power bar. I might be walking into a slaughter here.
So be it, Calradios. You came to our land uninvited. You insulted our people in Ortengard. And now you draw steel in my camp and call it holy war. There is nothing holy about what you do. Only arrogance dressed in armor.
Eat shit.
Riders of the steppe! This Imperial has drawn his blade against us on our own soil. Show him what the children of Tengri do to invaders. You wanted to test your boys?
Alright, let's see if we any sort of chance here. Oh fuck, we have literally zero chance. I forgot to give the Templars horses. Well, I guess I'll try to rally the men. Nothing gets your fighting force going like telling them you forgot to buy them horses.
And even worse, the power bar up top shows us with zero chance. We die charging, I guess. Hold up, my boys with 1,000 athletics are moving, and somehow they're able to kill targets 300 meters away. We might be okay after all.
This is actually insane how fast they are.
Calradios of Clan Augustus has struck again, this time deep in Khuzait territory. After his confrontation at Ortengard days earlier, the self-proclaimed crusader marched his company of heavily armored footmen he calls Templars across the frozen steppe and challenged Lord Khanujan to open battle. Outnumbered 3-1, Calradios' dismounted warriors charged uphill into the Khuzait line and shattered it utterly. Khanujan's infantry collapsed within minutes, his cavalry broke, and by the end, only a handful of riders escaped the carnage. Khanujan himself, along with Lords Algin and Baronchar, were taken prisoner, then handed freely to Arcor of the Northern Empire's Ostiskos clan. The Khuzait steppe, already bleeding from the war with the Northern Empire, now faces a new and unpredictable threat. A man with no banner, no kingdom, and an army that fights like nothing the horsemen demons have ever seen.